Good morning, everybody. We are up with the sun for a market day. I'm doing a vendor market at a pumpkin patch today. And so I thought I would take you guys along and show you everything that I do to set up and get ready. I'm very lucky today because at this stage of my pregnancy, my sweet husband is helping me with my markets because I'm just not able to lift all the heavy stuff anymore. So I'm really glad to have him along today too. And I will show you our setup, how I do my point of sale system, how I like to merchandise my items, all the things that would be of interest to someone who has a farmer's market or a handmade business. So come on along. So we're just getting everything packed up into my Jeep, and what's interesting is we have a bigger truck, but bigger is not always better. What I find, because I am short and I have short arms, ergonomically, it's a lot easier for me to pack things tight in my Jeep than have to climb up in the truck bed and that type of thing. So we're getting this all done, and there's a specific way that we do it every single time that we've learned over the years of doing markets. All the way to the top. All right, guys, we're on the way. I've never been to this market before, and further, I believe this is our first time having vendors at their pumpkin patch. However, I think it should be a good day because this church is a big church, has tons of people in their congregation, really nice folks. It's been a staple in the community for so many years, and the pumpkin patch itself has been going on for, I think, many years. So it's just kind of an easy transition to add vendors, and they're gonna have food trucks. So I think one way or another, it'll be a great day. One of the ways that I kind of judge the financial success of a market, at least for where I am in my business right now, I expect to make at least $100 an hour that the market is open. So some hours are faster than others, but this is a 6-hour market, so I would expect to make at least $600, and that will be kind of how I judge the financial success, and if I come back, next year. Now, some of you may be at a higher range than that, and that's awesome. That's just kind of where I am with my business and how it's grown so far. If you think about it, with handmade products, I have made every single product, I have packaged and labeled every single product, and I've even grown some of the ingredients in the products. So when you take out all of your overhead, your labor cost, I really can't go lower than $100 an hour and still find it to be a profitable day. Versus if I was just buying and reselling another product that I just had delivered to me and didn't put all that work in. So anyway, that's one of the gauges that I use. I'd love to hear in the comments from other people that have handmade businesses, like how much they expect to make per hour at a show to deem it successful. And next I'll show you our setup when we get there. All right, guys, we're all set up. We've actually already had some customers come through, so taking a little to kind of show you my setup. I always like to have a price list out front and then label stuff on the different sections of my booth as well. Notice I got my risers. I had gotten these from Michael's in the past. They were a little pricey. If I could do it again, I would have probably built them myself. But I was in a bind. So one thing that's really important is to have stuff lifted off the table. There's an age-old saying that they have for markets that says pilot high and watch it fly, and that is really true. It gets your products up closer to folks' eye level. I put all of the spices here into these small bowls, which I had gotten from Walmart years ago, and they have worked for me for, I think, at least 4 years. With the soaps, I find that they're so easy to merchandise and display by stacking them. I like to have a lot of soap on hand because I think it's more eye-catching this way. So I'll display my soaps, and I usually have a naked one on hand for each one so that people can handle it and smell it a little bit better. For my teas, I have a slightly larger plastic bowls, also from Walmart. Also used them for about 4 years, and they have worked great. So I've got 5 different herbal teas today. People get confused between the teas and the spice blends is one thing I've noticed. So I always try to keep them separate and something in between, and then a sign so that people know. So moving on this way, I've got tea strainers, my lip balms. I like to leave a section a little bit more clear to bag items up. And this is where I have my raffle, as well as my QR code to direct people to my YouTube. I also have my little cards that I put in every bag that tells people that if they love their products and they tag me on Instagram, I'll send them a discount code to my website through direct messaging on Instagram. I did a whole video, guys, about how I convert the customers that I meet in person to long-lasting relationships and online customers, because we really only see a lot of these people one time. So any opportunity to connect with them through your website and social media and keep that relationship going is awesome. So I'm going to link that video below if you want to have take a look at the 5 different strategies that I use for that. And then lastly, I've got my candles here, and these risers I built myself, and they have worked out great as well. These tablecloths I got at Walmart again years ago, and they've worked so great. I just pop them in the wash. I like white, so you can bleach it easily. Works out really good. And then last but not least is my sign. For me, I like to keep it simple with the sign, and always have my website there so I can direct people. And I always am very careful to tell people, I say, hey, you know, if I don't see you at another event, I'm online and I ship Monday through Friday, so that they know that if whenever they run out of their tea or their candle or their soap, they can get another one from me.
I got some footage of the other vendors because I want to mention to you guys what an amazing resource other vendors are. I always make a point to go around and introduce myself and meet the other vendors, because it becomes like a tight-knit group. You start to see some of the same vendors at different shows. I've met some really good friends this way. And also, as a benefit to your business, other vendors are usually so generous of sharing ideas with you about which shows are the most profitable to participate in. And you guys can really help each other out in so many ways.
Okay guys, another check-in update for you. We are in our last hour. It's been a great day. I think we're gonna make our sales goal right around there. So super happy about that. A couple other things I wanted to share with you. One tip, if you're new to doing festivals and markets, is you hardly ever find a surface that's completely flat and level. So something I forgot today, but it's good to have, is like a couple pieces of wood, like maybe some cut up 2x4s to help level your table out. We're on just a gentle slope, which didn't disrupt anything, but some of our soaps fell over a couple times. So that's a pro tip. Sometimes you're on pavement, but a lot of times you're in a field. So being able to kind of lift one end of your table to the other is really helpful. I also just wanted to mention that I use Square as my point of sale. I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot because a lot of people are familiar with it and it's very user friendly, but I recommend Square. You can have your register on your cell phone or your iPad. I use both, and then I always just make sure to get extra change for my cash box. So just some tips. We're gonna finish out what's been a really great day here. Everyone at Dauphin Way United Methodist has done such a good job with this event. There's been so many families, and it's been so cute to see the kids get excited about the pumpkins and face painting, and there's a bounce house. So highly recommend, really nice, and got some more footage for you guys, so stay tuned. But if I don't say it, I'll just tell you now that I appreciate you watching, and please subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next one.